So the new iPhone 13 Pro models are set to get a whole load of new features. We have had a new report of some new features that I want to share with you today, including a brand new cinematic video feature, what sounds awesome, and we also have the latest on the iPhone 13 Pro release date and price with a summary of everything we know so far. Every day I'm getting more and more excited for the iPhone 13 with some of the amazing new features that have been reported out to us. So for everyone who has seen my videos before, you should know what the format is so far. For everyone new, this video will be giving you the latest leaks or reports first, followed by the release date and then a summary of the iPhone 13 models with the prices. Also, as there's reports coming in now for both the iPhone 13 and the 13 Pro models, these leaks are split into two videos now. So we are now in August and it's been a while since WWDC. We now have public betas for all of Apple's new OSs, including iOS 15. iOS 15 is giving iPhone users new FaceTime features and iMessage changes, to name a few. However, we're expecting a few more software tweaks for the iPhone 12s or the iPhone 13 and for them to be married up with the new hardware put inside. Now, Bloomberg's Mark Gurman has reported a whole load of new features. However, two of the features Mark has spoke about is the ProRes format and the cinematic video. Starting with ProRes, this is a brand new format to capture videos on the iPhone 13. In previous years, Apple have helped photos shrink in size and also provide a Pro format for photos like on the iPhone 12 Pro models called ProRAW. Looking at this report, it looks like Apple are now doing the same to videos in creating a Pro style format for video creators out there. Also, the format may capture videos as a smaller file but retain its amazing quality. I, for one, as a video creator, am really excited about this. Another feature that Gurman spoke about is a new cinematic video feature on the iPhone 13 camera system. If you look here, this is a sample of a cinematic video on the Google Pixel 5, and as you can see, it gives an amazing experience to capture your special moments as it slows everything down and also turns up the contrast on colours. This is another feature, if Gurman is correct about, that I'm sure, like me, you cannot wait to try on the iPhone 13 Pro models. This also leads me on nicely to say that all reports and leaks that are coming through are not 100% proof that they will come true for the new iPhone. I can only present to you what I've been told and shown. However, if you're watching this video, then you are as curious as I am in knowing what is going to be said about the next iPhone anyway. Stay next. So last year, due to the pandemic, it was really the only year we haven't seen a flagship iPhone released in September in the last 5 years or so. However, with leaks flying around that Apple has started production on the new iPhone earlier this year, it is likely we'll get a September release. In fact, many reports are already showing that this is going to be the case in 2021, with an expected September or early October launch for all the iPhone 13 models. Wedbush analyst Dan Ives believes that the iPhone 13 range will be announced during the third week of September time. That would be a little later than usual, since Apple tends to launch iPhones in the first week or second week of that month, but this information does suggest that we may be seeing the iPhone 13 release date as September 24th. I should point out this is a fairly good guess, and it's based on taking Ives' prediction at face value. Apple typically holds its iPhone launch event on a Tuesday, with pre-orders then starting on that same week on the Friday. Then after this, the first wave of iPhones typically arrive in customer hands the following Friday after that. So this means if Ives is correct, we could be seeing the iPhone 13 launch on September 14th, then pre-orders opening on September 17th, and then the release of the iPhone 13 on September 24th. However, at the end of this year, we will also see other Apple events for other Apple products like MacBooks, iPads, Apple Watch and AirPods and loads more. And let's talk about the iPhone 13 Pro model prices, and the best way to do this is to give you a summary of what we know so far for all the models. Let's start with the summary of the iPhone 13 Pro. As I said, many more leaks will come along and they'll be added to this list, so this was subject to change as it were, but this is everything that we know so far. And also in all my other videos coming up in the future for the iPhone 13 Pro models, if there are any kind of leaks that kind of link to any of the information here, I will go over those leaks again. So first of all, the screen. It will be a 6.1 inch screen just like the iPhone 12 Pro, and it will be an LTPO LED display. This is a slightly different kind of display that we have like inside the iPhone 12, the iPhone 11 and below that for an OLED display, but like I said, other leaks are coming in to talk about that further on in other videos. But the resolution of this display is 2532 by 1170. Also at the same time as well, leaks are showing that we are most likely finally this year going to be getting a ProMotion display, and what that basically means in normal language is a 120Hz refresh rate display. So this basically means that the display will refresh itself 120 times per second. And finally, the iPhone 13 Pro would have caught up with kind of Android rivals that also give this option right now. For storage, we get 128GB, 256GB, 512GB, and for the first time 1TB of storage, as according to some new leaks. We're also getting the A15 Bionic, again other leaks have talked about this and the specifications behind this actual chipset, and it also comes with 5G connectivity. However, Apple will be borrowing a Qualcomm 5G modem again, just like what they did in the iPhone 12 models. Again, this iPhone is going to be equipped with 6GB of RAM just like the iPhone 12 Pro, and also it'll have a stainless steel body frame, what again is very similar to the design we've got on the 12 Pro. But as leaks have told us, the actual frame will be actually slightly thicker to accommodate a bigger battery, what I'll get onto in a mo. On the rear, we will have a triple camera and LiDAR sensor, and as leaks have shown already, there's going to be lots of changes and modifications to those camera setup on the back of the actual iPhone 13 Pro. Then for battery size, we get a bump up over the iPhone 12 Pro in the latest leaks that we've had, and we're going to be getting a 3095 mAh battery. Now for prices, the leaks are a bit over the place to be fair, so I've taken this from one reference, so this could change subject to closer to the launch of the actual iPhone 13 Pro. So starting out, we're going to be getting a 128GB option, but will start at $1,049 US, 256GB for $1,149 US, 512GB for $1,349 US, and then finally 1TB for $1,549 US. Now, moving on to the iPhone 13 Pro Max, there are a lot of shared features with the iPhone 13 Pro, for example, like chipset and RAM size, what I'll get onto in a second. But one of the main big differences has got to be the screen size. So again, we're going to be getting that sort of 6.78 screen, and it's going to be an LTPO OLED display, and again, this is that new type of screen technology, what I discussed with the iPhone 13 Pro. The resolution on this display is going to be 2778 by 1280, and again, it's going to be finally getting a ProMotion 120Hz display, as many leaks have shown this. Again, storage sizes are very similar to the 13 Pro, where we get 128GB, 256GB, 512GB, and finally a 1TB storage option, as we have seen in previous leaks. We're also getting an A15 Bionic chipset, again what I've spoke about, and saying that we've had lots of leaks and lots of details about how that's all going to work, and also 5G connectivity with an actual modem borrowed from Qualcomm inside it. Again, 6GB of RAM, again that stainless steel frame body, very similar to the 13 Pro Max, but like I said, like in the 13 Pro, it's going to be slightly thicker according to some new leaks, because it's going to accommodate for a bigger battery inside. On the rear, we do have that triple camera and LiDAR sensor, and all of those different bits and pieces have been upgraded as we've seen in leaks. And then again, battery size is going to be bigger at 4,352 milliamps. For price, again, starting with the 128GB storage option, it's going to start at $1,149 US, 256GB for $1,349, 512GB for $1,449 US, and finally 1TB, the newest storage option, for $1,649. So, as per usual with this list of features, I'll be keeping it updated as more leaks come on in, all the way up to the iPhone 13 launch. Well, it's time to wrap this up, so don't forget, if you have liked this video, to press the like button, and of course to hear the latest iPhone news, Apple news, reviews,